Hey guys, kind of a bittersweet day over here. Big day for our little electric fleet. We are trading in the BMW i3, aka the toaster, aka the clown car. We love this little car. We absolutely love it. I was actually just telling my parents the other day, it's the first car since my Jeep in high school that I actually feel kind of an emotional connection to. I mean, I just love this little thing. I know it's weird. I know everybody thinks it's ugly. I love it. It's such a fun little car. But we currently, it's a short range car. It has a range at this point of just barely over 50 miles. So we've got one long range car, the ID4 down there, and one short range car. And that was okay for a while. But it's just not practical anymore. We've got a child and, various like commutes are changing in the future, and we just can't get by with one short range and one long range car, so we're gonna have to trade it in and get something with 200 plus miles, I think. Man, yeah, we love this little thing, and we hate to give it up, but just not practical anymore. And on top of that, it's a 2014, and kudos to BMW for creating a great little electric car way back then when nobody but Tesla was doing it. I mean, I guess there was a Leaf. It was like Tesla's early Model S, the Leaf, and this thing really. Yeah, they did a great job. But, that's 2014. It's a long time ago for a little battery in this thing and all the little electrical components. Not to scare anybody away from one of these. It runs great for getting groceries and just running errands around town, but just combined the fact that it's got a low range and it's getting up there in years for an electric car, for an older electric car, I should say. The newer ones got the last millennia. Yeah, just time to upgrade, and we've got something picked out. You guys will see that later. Yeah, time to hit the road and send this thing on its way. All right, we're on the road. Going to trade in the clown car, or the toaster as we call it, our beloved i3. And I do mean that, it is beloved. We love this car. It's a fun little car, and it kind of, people say that EVs don't have a soul, and I kind of get that. To a lot of people, they're just like computers or appliances. So I kind of understand that. But this one, it's so quirky, and it's so unique, and it's so fun to drive. It kind of does have a soul, and I mentioned earlier, like, I kind of feel like some people have an emotional connection to some of their cars, and some of them you just don't really care. This one I kind of feel like I've got an emotional connection to. It's just a fun, happy little car. But as I said, it's just not really practical anymore. One long range car and one short range car is definitely fine under the right circumstances. We've got a little family now, and work commutes, will change in the future, so we need two long-range cars. This has been great, though. It served its purpose quite well. I don't want to discourage anybody from getting an i3. If you just need a little, as I call it, a grocery getter, man, it's awesome. It's zippy, it's fast, you'll have fun blowing the doors off of Mustangs at red lights. I mean, it shoots off from a stop like a slingshot. Because it's so little, like electric motors are so powerful to start with, and this thing weighs nothing. So it's fun to drive, pretty efficient, not much range. It has a stated range of about 65 miles. I don't know that it's quite getting that much these days. Just as a little secondary emergency car, just something to run errands with. It's a lot of fun. It's a 2014, so it doesn't have a ton of cutting-edge bells and whistles like the newer cars do, but it also doesn't need them. If you're not doing road trips, you don't really need a lot of that stuff. Just a couple of drawbacks. The obvious range. There's not a lot of room in it. So if it's just two of you, it's fine. It's kind of weeble wobbly on the highway. We're doing mid-60s, mid-upper 60s, and I can feel it kind of getting pushed around in the wind that comes from. It doesn't have great aerodynamics. It's light, gets pushed around easy, and it's got these narrow little tires on it. The tires are built for efficiency. They're narrow, so it takes less power to turn them, but that also means it gets pushed around out on the highway. So don't be alarmed if you're doing 70 and you feel yourself getting pushed around. Just hold it steady. But really, I really struggle to think of drawbacks on this. Again, just in the context of you want a short range, affordable EV. Man, this one's at the top of the list. I can't think of anything else I would get if I wanted a cheap little short range EV. There's the Leaf, but a big drawback to the Leaf is it uses a different type of charger. Way back when it was first created, there wasn't really a national charging standard, and they built it with the what's called the CHAdeMO connector, and man, there's not many of those out there. We'll go to an Electrify America station, and there will be one CHAdeMO, and if somebody's using it, you're gonna have to wait, or if it's broken, man, that's a scary situation. We run into broken chargers all the time, but there's usually like 3 or 4 others that are working. We'll just move to one of those. So really, really big drawback on the Leaf is fast charging is extremely limited. So this one, yeah, if you want a short range, older, affordable EV, this is the way to go. Unfortunately, they don't make this model anymore. It's kind of heartbreaking because it's kind of developed a cult following, and for good reason. Like, such a wonderful little car, but they discontinued it a few years ago. I can't remember what the last year was. Late 2010s, like maybe 18 or 19, maybe they went past that. So you can get one that's just a few years old. It'll be more expensive. You can get an older one. You can get a 2014 or 2015. Just keep in mind, these things don't last forever. This thing's done great. We've had no battery issues, no electrical issues. Knock on wood. We're almost to our destination. Just keep going. We've had no issues, but they don't last forever. The early models of these, battery technology hadn't come very far at that point. They were doing their best, and they did a great job. But yeah, I'd be a little hesitant if I were buying one now. If I were buying one, we got this a couple years ago. But if I were buying one now, I don't think I'd get a 2014 or 15. I'd get one a little bit later as battery technology and electrical components got a little better. But like a 2016 and on, it's still going to be cheap. If you're not taking road trips in it, you just want to get to work and back for next to nothing, charge at home, you barely see your electrical bill go up, you're essentially driving for free. If you charge at home, you're basically driving for free. That's what I tell a lot of people when they ask about charging costs. So yeah, I highly recommend it. If you want an older EV that's affordable, this is the way to go, the i3. I genuinely can't think of another car that in that genre that I would recommend over this. We love it. It's kind of sad that we're giving it up. We're bummed out. We're kind of bummed out. We can't keep it. We can't have we got no reason for 3 cars. We can't keep it. We got to trade it in. So we're definitely doing the practical thing. But I'm just saying we'll miss it. We'll miss it. It's been a good car. So that's it. The BMW i3 2014. We have loved it. It's been a lot of fun. It got the job done. It's a wonderful little car. But on to the next one.